I grew up in a middle-class family in a rural suburb, where life presented many challenges. During my teenage years, I battled with mental health issues that seemed overwhelming. I constantly feared losing someone in my family, worried about being unsuccessful, and was plagued by negative thoughts. This inner turmoil left me frustrated and discouraged, though outwardly I appeared like any other normal person. Inside, however, I was struggling with overthinking and a conflict of negativity. When I was in my 12th grade, I was labeled as the weakest and least talented student in my class. This label weighed heavily on me, amplifying my feelings of inadequacy. But even in the midst of this struggle, I clung to a glimmer of hope that I could change my situation. Despite the frustration building inside me, I chose to keep it hidden. My family eventually noticed something was wrong, but they didn't fully understand the seriousness of my condition. Nevertheless, I was determined to improve myself. I tried everything within my reach to fight the negative thoughts that consumed me. To keep my mind busy, I took up a part-time job, becoming the first in my class to earn money. I consulted doctors, researched solutions in newspapers and magazines, and sought advice from every source I could find, all on my own. I didn't want anyone to know that I was struggling with depression because, at that time, people with depression were often misunderstood and labeled as psychopathic. I was afraid of being judged, so I kept my struggle private. I started watching motivational videos, stopped listening to sad songs, and switched to positive ones. I began following a healthy routine, eating better, and doing yoga. Even during those tough times, I realized that the only person who could truly help me was myself. I used to visit a few friends to distract myself from my negative thoughts. We would talk about school, but I don't think they knew I was going through a tough time. Looking back, I appreciate those friends for being there, even if they didn't realize it. They are the true heroes of my life. As the years went by, I started to see positive changes in myself. I became more confident, and I noticed that the classmates who once ignored me now wanted to be my friends. People wanted to spend time with me. But even then, I still had some inner conflicts. Although my mental struggles were tough, they also taught me how to overcome them. I remember when I was at my first job, walking through a forest alone in a new place. As night started to fall, I began to feel scared, with thoughts of wild animals and even ghosts crossing my mind. I had no idea where I was going, and there were no people or houses in sight. Just as the fear and uncertainty were setting in, I suddenly saw a tractor driver passing by with some wood. I asked him for a ride, and he kindly dropped me off in a small village. That experience taught me that if you keep moving toward your goal, even in the darkest times, someone will eventually come along to help you. This was just a small event in my life, but it has given me great hope whenever I face difficulties. Even now, when I encounter challenges, I think back to that moment. It reminds me that no matter how tough things get, if I keep moving forward, help will come when I need it most. Today, I am living abroad and settling down nicely with my family. As I reflect on my life's ups and downs, I realize that even though I'm in my late 30s, I still have many curiosities and dreams left to explore. I may not be financially successful, but I am content with who I am. I prioritize my family and cherish my time alone, where I can plan and reflect on my life. There is one thing about myself that I both like and dislike: I don't talk much with others. While this can sometimes be seen as a flaw, it's also a part of who I am, a result of my childhood, family life, surroundings, and past experiences. At this stage in my life, I don't feel the need to change this aspect of myself. Instead, I embrace it, knowing that the key to happiness lies in realizing who you are. If you can improve something in your life, do it. If not, learn to accept it. Looking back on my journey, here are the lessons I've learned. Always have hope. Strive to improve yourself, no matter how weak, broken, or undervalued you may feel. Remember that the only person who can truly help you is yourself. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. If you can change something, work on it. If you can't, learn to accept it. Thank you for taking the time to hear a part of my life story.